Love the Eagles as much as we do? Then hit that subscribe button and stick with us at Eagles Nest News for all the drama, updates, and hype all season long. Myles Garrett is now a Philadelphia Eagle. Yes, you heard that right. One of the most dominant defensive forces in the NFL, the cornerstone of the Cleveland Browns' defense for years, has officially landed in the city of brotherly love. This isn't just a big move, it's a seismic shift in the league's balance of power. Philadelphia, already a team known for building from the trenches, just added a player who can wreck a game plan single-handedly. Garrett is more than just a pass rusher. He's a tone setter, a leader, and now, the newest weapon in a defensive front that's becoming downright terrifying. No one saw this coming. Speculations had surrounded some big trades this offseason, but Myles Garrett to the Eagles? That wasn't even on most radars. Yet here we are, and the NFL landscape just changed dramatically. The NFC East? It better be ready, because Philly just raised the stakes. Let's take a moment to understand the magnitude of this acquisition. Myles Garrett isn't just any defensive end, is arguably the most physically gifted edge rusher in the NFL today. With a rare blend of power, speed, and technique, Garrett has been terrorizing quarterbacks since the moment he stepped onto an NFL field. A former number 1 overall pick, has racked up double-digit sacks in nearly every season of his career and has consistently ranked among the league leaders in pressures, tackles for loss, and forced fumbles. But his game isn't just about statistics, it's about impact. Garrett commands double teams, alters offensive schemes, and creates opportunities for the players around him. Now, he'll be doing all of that in midnight green. Pairing him with players like Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, and Hassan Reddick gives the Eagles a defensive line rotation that's almost unfair. Jonathan Gannon may be gone, but the defensive mindset in Philly hasn't changed. They want to dominate, and now, they can. The deal itself is still fresh, and details are beginning to emerge, but early reports suggest this wasn't a move made lightly. Philadelphia had to heave up significant draft capital and at least one established player to pry Garrett from Cleveland. And honestly? It's worth every bit of it. This is the kind of trade you make when you're reeling, when you believe your window is open now and you're ready to strike. The Eagles were already contenders. They had one of the league's most balanced rosters, a young franchise quarterback in Jalen Hurts, a dominant offensive line, and a versatile defense. But adding Garrett turns them into something else entirely. It's a message to the rest of the league: Philadelphia is not playing around. They're coming for the NFC title. They're coming for the Super Bowl. And they're not afraid to make the boldest moves to get there. What makes this move even more intriguing is how perfectly Garrett fits into what the Eagles do best. Under Howie Roseman's leadership, Philadelphia has built an identity rooted in controlling the line of scrimmage. Whether it's through the draft, trades, or free agency, Roseman has consistently prioritized elite talent in the trenches. And Garrett? Is the epitome of trench dominance. He doesn't just win reps, he destroys them. He collapses packets, disrupts timing, and forces quarterbacks into panic mode. You can't teach what he brings to the table. And when you line him up next to Carter and Davis, you're not just hoping to get pressure, you're guaranteed to. This also gives Philly the flexibility to get creative with their fronts, rotating Garrett between both edges or even kicking him inside on passing downs. There's no telling how many different looks this defense can throw at opposing offenses now. It's a defensive coordinator's dream. From a locker room standpoint, Garrett's presence adds another layer of leadership and intensity to a team that already prides itself on its culture. It's not just a physical presence, it's a vocal one, too. Players respect him. Opponents fear him. And fans love him. In Cleveland, he was the heart of the defense. In Philly, he has a chance to be the soul of a championship run. This isn't just about sacks and stats. It's about setting a tone, changing the energy of a team, and showing everyone that the Eagles are serious about winning, right now. Garrett brings a championship mindset with him. Is in the highs and lows in Cleveland, and now, is entering a locker room that's been to the mountaintop and is hungry to get back. That kind of synergy, elite talent meeting elite culture, is exactly what turns great teams into legendary ones. And let's not forget the ripple effects this move will have on the NFC East. Dallas, New York, Washington, they've all been put on notice. You thought the Eagles' defense was tough before. Try blocking Garrett with Reddick crashing from the other side. Try running the ball between Carter and Davis with Garrett setting the edge. Try giving your quarterback time when the pocket collapses in under 2 seconds. This move forces every team in the division to rethink its strategy. Draft plans, free agency approaches, offensive line priorities, they all just shifted. Because the Eagles didn't just get better. They got scary. And in a division that already features some fierce rivalries and intense matchups, this move just added more fuel to the fire. Prime-time games just got even more exciting. Garrett vs Dog. Garrett vs Daniel Jones. Garrett vs De League. Get your popcorn ready. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy, share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. On the field, the impact is obvious. But off the field, the excitement is already electric. Social media exploded the moment the trade was announced. Eagles fans are buzzing. Jerseys are flying off shelves. Analysts are scrambling to adjust their power rankings. And inside the Novaker complex, you can bet there is a renewed sense of urgency and belief. Moves like this energize an entire organization. They send a message from ownership to the locker room that winning isn't just a goal, it's an expectation. And when your front office backs that up with moves like acquiring Myles Garrett, it's hard not to feel that momentum. The locker room gets tighter. Practices get more intense. The belief becomes real. And for a team that already had championship aspirations, adding a generational talent like Garrett might just be the push they needed to get over the top. Of course, there will be skeptics. There always are. Some will say the Eagles gave up too much. That no player is worth that kind of haul. But in the NFL, windows don't stay open forever. Injuries happen. Rosters turn over. Coaching staffs change. When you have a chance to land a player like Garrett, you take it. You bet on the present. And with a core like Hurts, J. Brown, Devonta Smith, and that dominant offensive line, this is the team to strike. Philly isn't playing for 5 years from now. They're playing for this season. And with Garrett in the fold, they just become the most complete team in football. Defense wins championships. And right now, the Eagles might have the scariest defense in the NFL. If you're a Philly fan, this is what dreams are made of, and if you're on the schedule, good luck blocking number 95. Garrett's arrival also reshapes the identity of this Eagles team in a very specific way. Last year, they were viewed as a team with a dynamic offense, a smart coaching staff, and a defense that could hold its own. This year? They're something else. They're a juggernaut. A team that can control games with their pass rush alone. A team that don't need to blitz to create pressure, because the front four is already enough to cause chaos. A team that can rotate fresh legs and still dominate late in the fourth quarter. This is how dynasties are built. Not just by stacking talent, but by acquiring difference makers. Garrett is that. It changes game plans. It forces early throws. It turns third and short into third and impossible. And when the playoffs roll around, when every possession counts, that kind of player becomes priceless. The Eagles just secured their playoff closer. So here we are. Myles Garrett is an eagle. The league is reeling. Philadelphia is celebrating. And the NFC just got a whole lot more interesting. This isn't just a trade, it's a statement. A declaration that the Eagles aren't content with being close. They want it all. The parade. The trophy. The dynasty. And they believe that Garrett can help get them there. It's not just another star in Midnight Green, it's a potential legend. And if everything clicks the way it's supposed to, we might be talking about this move years from now as the moment everything changed. For now, all eyes are on Philly. And if you listen closely, you can already hear it, the rumble of cleats, the roar of the crowd, and the countdown to kickoff. The Eagles just got stronger. The rest of the league better take notice. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.